Okay. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to. Oh God. Oh God. There's a reason why that happened. But yeah. Anyway, welcome back to Inazuma 11 Go. Now, I know I said that I probably would never record this game. And that was mainly because I didn't have any real way of recording this game until I don't even know, maybe until recently, I guess. Um, because I didn't realize these emulators. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that. Actually caught up to I don't know, the 3DS emulator again. The whatever. That's actually is pretty much has perfect emulation now for the most part. It's not perfect. There's some weird like slowdowns and speed ups every now and again, but for my purposes, it's pretty much perfect. So now I can actually play these games for the channel. And I'll just call myself Jacker in here, although I don't think it really matters. Um, so yeah. So what I'm using an undub version of the English version of this game, which came out in Europe years ago. And so the undub just replaces all the English voice acting with the Japanese voice acting. Since the third game never came out in Europe, I do plan on playing that one, but it's going to be in Japanese, of course. But the first two games are going to be in English. And I'm playing the undub because that's pretty much what I did for both for the for Inazuma 11 1 and 2, and basically 3, since 3 was the English version of the had an English patch of the Nintendo DS version of it. I'm thinking of replaying through the 3DS version of that game in a little bit, or maybe after I'm done with Go Galaxy, I might go back and replay 3. I've played through I never played the light version of this game. I've only played dark. The undub only appears to be on the light version, so that's just how it is. But there's barely a difference between the two. It's the control of soccer. Okay. Yep. So this plot is pretty standard, you know, Inazuma 11 fare. It's kind of a retelling of 1 a little bit. Not exactly, it's different, but it's Ares has a very similar plotline to that. So for some reason, if you haven't seen Go, but you've seen Ares, this has this very similar plotline to that. I will say that Go, while this first game is a good game, it takes kind of way too many steps back. Like all the story quests or matches are pretty much automated. But there are a bunch of tournaments you can do and stuff like that. So I will probably be playing that for fun, like on my own time, just for grinding and stuff like that. So if I end up over leveled, you know, that's just how it is. Seymour, Jesus Christ. I don't know any of the English names, so this is gonna be great. So, because the English, I know the Japanese names somewhat, and this game, while it is the undub, while it is the undub, I think it still has the English names for all the characters in the text. I don't think it replaces any of that. 中でも稲妻ジャパンに多くの選手を送り出したライモン中は今やサッカーにおける名門校となった。Yeah. So
これは激動のサッカー界に多くの英雄を
Oh yeah, it also calls it football because it came out in
ライモン
Europe.
中サッカー部の新たなる物語である。
Yeah, yeah.
第一章松風天馬ライモンに吹く新しい風
So, I'm not sure, in terms of like uploading this, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I might just record like a one big session and then break it up into parts, or I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. But if I do that, I'll make sure to end it off on like a decent note, like either before a match or after a match is done. I won't have any weird cutoffs. But of course, moving over to the 3DS, this game has much better graphics than the Nintendo DS games, of course.
おはようサスケ
So yeah, Sasuke's called Spotter.
憧れのライモンでサッカーができるんだすごいだろ
However, this game its gameplay mechanics are a bit different
それじゃあ行ってくるよ
in terms of just how you play the game. Like you have to when you want to do like a long shot or a long pass, you have to hold the screen down in order for you to actually do that long pass, in order for it to go over like characters and stuff like that. Otherwise, if you just tap, it's gonna if an enemy team member's in the way, they're just gonna intercept the ball.
とうとう行けるんだ
The DS games automated that process for you, so you didn't have to hold the tap, and you didn't have to hold you didn't have to hold your tap on the touchscreen. And 2 and 3 fix this issue because you would basically never do like a quick tap. So yeah, bunch of stuff. Now the English voice acting, it's not horrible, but it's not horrible, but it's certainly not the best either. Like the reason why the English dub is kind of bad is because some characters just have horrible voice acting, like Tsurugi. Tsurugi is just like, ugh. You know, you expect them to give a voice actor that's kind of like, I guess the closest thing I could think of is like maybe like Shadow the Hedgehog, like a voice actor that has a similar tone to like Shadow the Hedgehog, right? But they gave him just like just some. They gave Tsurugi a high-pitched voice, and it just ruins it for me. Now I don't know if it's still up. I don't know if I ever actually uploaded a series of it, because I did plan on I did have a recording of this series in the works, I believe, a long time ago, because with some custom firmware stuff, I could transmit my 3DS's screen wirelessly to like my computer, but you know that had issues of frames dropping and just like lagging a bunch, so I never went over more than an episode. Yeah, I wonder what that is. But of course, this is like not a reboot, but this game is very. It just took too many steps back in order for this game to be like super good. It's not bad, but like Inazuma 11 3 and 2 are just so much better, and you know the games after this are just so much better too. But it is a good first game if you've never played an Inazuma 11 game. But so you know it's nice in that regard. And since this is on its own timeline now with Ares, you could probably start with this game if you really wanted to. But I recommend starting with the first Inazuma 11 game. That game is basically you can kind of consider that game a tutorial for the rest of the games, because the unfortunate thing about Inazuma 11-1 is that there's no like extra tournaments or extra teams for you to fight. There's only the story teams you can fight, and after you fought all of them, you can fight one extra team at the end, which is just a recolor of a team you fought before. and there's just not a lot of post game content in that game. So yeah, but I guess for story, I recommend playing Inazuma 11. But if you wanted to, you could just watch the first 24 episodes of the anime and just go right into Inazuma 11 2, which is pretty much one of the best games in the series. 2 and 3 are tied for being my favorite. Why am I saving so much? I don't need to save so much. Oh, I know why I'm saving so much. It's because I'm playing on an emulator. What's happening? Oh, and if it crashes, then there we go. What am I doing? Oh, do I have to? Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to actually put on the boots. What's happening? Okay, equip. I'm just not used to these controls. Alright, now we can actually equip him with boots. And he can play soccer now. Okay, now of course we have these matches. These like pseudo matches here, which are just like 5v5s from what it looks like. Yeah. And maybe I'll be able to show you. Yeah. If you want to hold it up to until that circle closes, and then it'll do a good long pass. Otherwise, it's kind of just not good. I think this might go in. Yeah, just going just fine. Oh no, does this game not do it yet? Oh no, I think it's the second game that actually shows the power levels of the moves. So we don't actually have that. Oh. Yay, I won! Hooray, we did it. Isotonic drink. Now we'll recover our FP and TP when in the middle of a match or whatever. It's not hyper necessary, I guess. I remember not using them too much. Because I remember being quite over leveled for the final boss. Or for most story matches, because I just did all the tournament matches first, and I I destroyed the enemy teams when the game let me do okay. Hello. Okay, so let's just I think are there some secret stuff? I forget if you talk to people and they give you stuff. Okay. And what was his advice? Maybe it's important. Oh yeah, this is describing the catch thing. Catch also describes your ability to receive a ball when it's passed, which I guess describes where sometimes you can miss it. I remember in some of the earlier games that you could miss a pass sometimes, but it doesn't happen too frequently where you have to worry about it. Oh, that editing of that sign. There's Shadow the Human there. Wow, still can't believe I'm actually here. I think I might have enough time to look around a bit. I wonder where the football club is. I wonder indeed. Hello. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh. Well, I know where it is. Well, mainly because the map tells us where it is. Here we go. Ah, there it is. Wasn't it more to the left of the school? I guess the school's been like redeveloped so many times that they just moved it back, I guess. Hey, it's her. I don't remember her name, but it's I don't. Oh.
憧れのライモンか。うん。わかったわ。よろしくね、天馬くん。
Yeah, I don't remember her Japanese name. So Celia here, she's what's her brother's name? I don't remember. It's been so long since I last played Inazuma 11 game, so I don't remember anybody's names.
なんか似てる。あなたを見てたら昔の
I know Endo, I know Goenji. God, and that's about it. But I'm mainly just using the undub because the actual dub is bad. In my opinion, maybe it's good for, maybe I'm just not used to it, maybe it's good for European standards, and my American tastes are just not suited for that. Oh yeah, this thing. This is where we can recover FP and TP. Oh yeah, prestige points are our money, if you didn't know that. Let's see. Yeah, looks fine. Alright, let's go. There he goes. Coach Travis. Yeah, the opening is a bit long. So that's a little unfortunate. These kind of games I want to just get right into the meat of it.
それが何か。まだわからんのかね。君の行動は大問題なのだよ。
Why did they hire this guy? Why'd they hire this guy? Not this guy, Goldwyn. That guy in front of his desk. Why'd they hire that guy again? He's the guy who almost killed students. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy and they just hired him back. I guess because with the way the new system is, they just want people that actually listen. Like this asshole. I apologize for my cursing. Can't stop my own mouth from spitting out curses. I have to show my emotions. Well, looks like some bad things are going on in the soccer world. Well, I'm sure everything will be fine. Right? That's pretty big. Inside, huh? Yeah, sure it is. So big. That's a big building. Alright, let's get in there. Wow. Amazing. Oh, I just realized what never mind. That's for a different thing. I'm thinking of what else I can record now that I have this, but I plan on going through the Go games first of all, because I think I promised that I'd do them if I had the ability to, and I'm going to do that. That and Ares, I don't know when that game's coming out, but when that game comes out I will be playing it. Yeah, I gotta practice. And I will be. A lot. Once you get rid of these training mules off me, game, and then I'll practice hard. What's happening? Generic background character. happening at the front pitch. I don't know if we'll actually get a game in this episode, depending on how long this intro is. I might make a long first episode. Ooh, it's feeling a little bit of a rush. I haven't recorded or played a Inazuma 11 game in a while, so I'm having like a little bit of a nostalgic feeling. Oh my god. He's so edgy. So edgy. He's got darkness powers.
Raimon サッカー部、俺が破壊した。
サッカー部を潰すだと。新入生のようだが、グラウンドは喧嘩をする場ではない。
Yeah, just the reserve team.
俺喧嘩なんかしたっけ？な。
いえ、監督。こいつは全員のボール1個で。俺たちがやられるなんて、なぜこんなことをするんだ。
Oh, I remember in this scene, in the arc, it's literally just a ah. I remember that line. I remember this was the moment where I realized the voice acting isn't good in this game. In the English version, anyway.
だからこの俺が潰す。今日限りサッカー部は廃部だ。
Yeah.
廃部？ちょっと待ってよ。
Well, looks like it's up to us to beat this guy, right? We can do it, right? Right?
サッカー部を潰すだなんて、お前何か恨みでもあるのか？
You existed. Oh yeah, they gave people verbal tics. I think Tsurugi was Russian. I don't know what Bolvani means.
サッカーなんてくだらねえもんは必要ねえ。
待てよ。サッカーはくだらなくなんかない。くだらなくなんかないし、必要だ。
Well, I will say this: while Tenma or Eri in here shares a lot of kind of similarities with Endo, he's a bit more I don't know, more into it than Endo was, if that makes any sense. He like treats soccer as like an actual person, kind of.
俺は松風テーマ。今日からサッカー部に入るんだ。だからサッカー部がなくなるなんて困るよ。
Yeah.
困るね。
No.
ムカつくんだよな。お前みてサッカーをろくに知りもしないやつが語るのがよ。
知ってるさ。俺だってサッカーを知ってる。
Yeah.
ほう。じゃあ俺と勝負する。
A game? I'm sure we can win with guts, determination, and grit.
サッカー部おしまいだ。
え？勝負？
いいでしょう。その勝負認めます。
Oh, Goldwyn. Oh, Goldwyn. He's even wearing like gold clothes. Governor.
そろそろライモンサッカー部も改革が必要です。これは理事長としての判断です。
Ah.
文句は言わせませんよ。
話のわかる理事長さんだ。
Well.
理事長、あんなサッカー部員でもない新入生にやらせて。
Yeah, you're right. Tenma's not part of the soccer club.
この少年はおそらくフィフスセクターからの刺客です。ならばこの一件は聖帝のご意志ということ。今は従っておくしかない。
You're just all a bunch of pansies.
大丈夫なのかお前。勝てる自信はあんのかよ。
with the power of
ドリブルの
soccer.
一人練習とかなら毎日やってますし、いけますよ。大丈夫。なんとかなります。よし。
Huh. So they kind of made sure, Arian a little less sure of himself, huh? In that scene, because he just said I'll do it, and then I think in the they translated said I'll do it somehow. Oh well. Victor Blade, or it's Suragi. It's not. No, I'm thinking of the guy from Great Mazinger. I was like Suragi Tetsuya. That's a different guy. Oh, yeah, it's having us play, but we're not. I think this is introduced in this game, because before, in the previous games, you had to drag your characters if you wanted to intercept somebody, but now in this game, you can just click, and the people around the character that's dribbling the ball, your teammates will go after. And I forget what's different. Oh yeah, I forgot. One has one's safer, but there's a difference between the two options. I think one's, what is it? One has a higher chance of actually working, but the power is low, and the other one has a high power but slower chance of working. Something like that. I think I always just slide. So. Or I generally just use special moves actually, so. Ow. I think the soundtrack in this game is actually kind of weak too. Like, I don't mind this song, but I think for some of the matches, they're pretty unremarkable. Time must stop getting destroyed. There. Tomb Sword Slash. Oh, I forgot. This is called Death Sword. Yeah, in the actual game. Doom Sword Slash. Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
待ってて、今助けるから。
Oh, a fireball. Who could have done that? Who could have done that? I wonder who that is. Certainly somebody we don't know. Oh, what's that? That's certainly something. And he stopped it with his head, of course. Yeah, he did. Hooray, we did it.
サッカー言うんじゃねえ。いい加減うぜえんだよ。
Oh boy. That guy's wearing a different
お前た
uniform.
ちサッカー部の神聖なグラウンドで何を騒いでいる
I kind of hate how they gave everybody accents for no reason. Basta così.
やっと笑われたな
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Quiet
あ
you.
の人
Yeah, that's.
俺がライモン中サッカー部キャプテン進藤拓人そして俺たちがライモンイレブンだ
Wow. Look at him.
この人たちがライモンイレブン
工藤監督こいつは誰なんです
I forgot his name was Ricardo in the English version.
フィフスセクターから送り込まれた
Shindo in the Japanese one, I think.
ほう話が早いな
フィフスセクター
ライモンサッカー部はフィフスセクターの指示によりメンバーを入れ替えると決まった
Oh, wow.
何礼儀を知らない1年がセカンドチームを倒したからといっていい気になるなよく聞けこれは提案では命令だ
Not the sign. It's been there for like 20 20 decades. No, like 30 years. Not 20 decades. It's way too many decades. Oh. One thing I will say that the dub, I guess, kind of did right is they made that pink-haired guy over there. They made him actually sound like a dude. It wasn't really obvious before, especially since I think starting in this game, I forget which game. One of the games they started making it so that the girl characters like. I think it was actually the third game. I think the second game had bits of it too, where girl characters were actually like a thing. Until it, yeah, because before that, like, especially in Aries, because before that it was just like an all-boys soccer club, but they started getting rid of that and allowing, getting rid of that aspect of the, I guess, Inazuma 11 universe and started making the club like all-inclusive, so like anybody could join it, regardless of gender. But I don't, but yeah. But that's not exactly in this game just yet anyway. I think you can recruit some girl characters if you wanted to. But there's none in the main story as far as I'm aware. Yeah, this guy. Gabby. Because I was, you know, when I first watched the dub, I thought Gabby was a girl here. Or, not the dub, the sub version. And I wasn't too... I think I don't remember when I figured it out. But I eventually discovered that, no, he was not a girl. But the dub makes it more obvious. They make him Spanish for some reason, but... yeah. Look at these guys. Look at these nerds. More like Team Edgy. Watch the match from the bench. I want to get far enough into the game where I can like play some like not tournaments, but what is it, like match routes? I forget what they're called. because that'll allow me to play a bit off screen. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that, at least in this session. I'll try. I'll play a little. I'll record a little longer than usual. Because you suck, Dodge. Spears. He's not even wearing a uniform. Yep. Just a normal kick. And you missed it. You're stupid, how could you miss? Bosh. And 10-0, huh? Well, that's a lot. What?
選手交代。南沢敦に代わって松風天馬。
He saw the potential. Because people have stands for some reason. Oh wait. Mark. Oh yeah, his name's Mark in the dub. We haven't seen it yet. You might be. And we actually get to play for a second. Yeah. Yeah. Raimon Stadium. Okay. Okay, here we can do some quick passes. Oh, the game's not letting me play just yet.
ここはライモン。ずっとここに来たかった憧れの場所。俺は今そのグラウンドに立ってるんだ。
Yeah, we got it.
サッカーを渡さない。俺は大好きなサッカーを守る。なんとかなる。
From the earlier games I did play through of, I remember some people actually complaining that I used the Japanese names. It wasn't too many people, but they were just like, "It's Mark, not Endo," and that's fine. Okay, we gotta get Arian into that circle. Take the goddamn ball already. Yeah, I guess they're basically like, they're not. I guess you could call them quick time events, except they're not quick. They just have. I think you have as much time as you need to actually activate those for the most part. And
役に立てなくてすみません。でも俺サッカーを守りたいんです。どうすればいいですか、キャプテン。
俺だってサッカー部は渡したくない。だがあいつらの実力は本物だ。あのチームはフィフスセクターから送り込まれた。
フィフスセクター。
10年前稲妻ジャパンが世界一になったのを知っている。それでサッカー人気はさらに上がり始めた。
yep, some plot dumping or exposition. Too popular. I mean, I guess in this world it makes sense, but this is sounds so dumb. Football, that's just retarded. I apologize that I shouldn't have said that. I realized that
強いから。違います。
it's stupid.
それがなんだ。世間が見るのは結果。 サッカーがこの事態を救うために作られたのがサッカー管理組織フィフスセクターだ。
Yes, yes, yes.
フィフスセクターは試合の勝敗、さらにチーム構成
Yes, they're the big bad evil
サ
guy.
ッカーの全てを管
I
理
got
する
that.
よ。
逆らえば罰せられる。だから工藤監督は金山理事長たちにいつも
Goldwyn's just a pansy that can't do
遠
anything.
藤さんやみんなとやってきたあの熱いサッカーはどこへ行ってしまったんでしょう。
もはやこれはサッカーではない。サッカーは支配され
Yeah, I would say a choreographed sham is right. It's not wrong. Okay, now I gotta get the ball over there. Alright. Again, if you want to pass right, you gotta hold and then pass that way. There we go. Now everybody's getting beat up, huh? What's happening? Oh, he actually took the ball. I think in this case you'll be able to dodge everything. Oh, it does say the total form, so it does tell you what your power is, so to speak. Oh. I just outright lost that, and it just let me win. There are more to those like form stuff, like your element against the enemy's element, like actually kind of matters. I never really pay attention to that kind of stuff. With some of the like optional teams you can fight, that's more important, but for just generic play, it's not
あのドリブル
super important in my opinion.
あいつなかなかすげえじゃねえか。でもドリブルだけは人一倍練習してたもんね。チームに帰れなくて一人で
Yeah, but you're still gonna lose.
まさかあいつタイムアップまでボールをキープするつもりが俺たちに攻撃がいかないようにと。
Yeah.
バカな、そんなことをして何になる。
I'll see what happens. Just push them all out of the way. I think if you tap the characters, they'll actually hurry up a little bit. I think so. I don't remember if that's actually a thing.
監督め、松風天馬を潰しなさい。サッカーをできない体にしても構いません。とことん潰すのです。
サッカーできない体に。
I just remember in the English version they're like, never ever to play again?
松風天馬。
God, the voice actor for the Tsurugi in the English version is so bad. I shouldn't say that the guy's a bad voice actor, but I haven't seen any of other stuff, but like his voice just doesn't fit Tsurugi. Oh yeah, there's his stand.
あいつ化身使いなの
A
か。
spirit summoner. Yeah, this is soccer with stands now. And Tenma just got hit right in the, I guess in the chest with that
これが俺の化身。
fighting
天
spirit.
聖ランスロットだ。
なんなのよあれ。化身って何よ。化身とは人の作る気の力が極まり形として現れた。
Take form as a fighting spirit.
本当にいたのか。
Fighting spirits, they're interesting, I guess. I don't like with these extra mechanics that they added, like spirits and stuff like that, I didn't really like it too much. It's not horrible, but I just preferred how they did it in the previous games. I just felt like these were just kind of added on, especially in the second game when they add an armed state, I think is what they call it, and then it just becomes like a
最後まで戦いたいんです。
basically you just get like a super form.
最後までやり抜けばきっと道は見えてくる。
Yeah.
松風だったらやってみろ。ムカつくんだよお前のその顔が。
Here we go. I mean, these moves are cool, I guess, but again, they're just like in this game, they just make you slightly stronger. Just give you a temporary power boost and just an extra move.
やりたいんです。みんなと一緒にサッカーを。
But not many enemy teams actually use them against you, except like some of the optional ones, if I remember right. So it's just not. So you're basically just super overpowered compared to everybody else, if I remember right.
お願いです。
Maybe because I didn't do too much of the end-game content is why I don't feel like spirits are super amazing mechanic.
俺はチームメイトさえも守れない。
Because you're weak.
何がキャプテンだ。
You gotta get stronger. So like I don't know what you call it, hammy. It's just it's hard for me to take this seriously. He's got to stand too. And this tells us how to do it. We can summon fighting spirits. Oh yeah, the thing is if you use one, your stamina goes down quite a bit afterwards, but I mean, I generally have it so that like my spirit summoners, I have an extra one in the usually I just have it so that I have an extra one. What's happening? Oh, I have to summon it. Get back to the cold sound. What are you doing? There we go.
ライモンを守るのは俺だ。俺はキャプテンなんだ。サッカー部を守らなくちゃならないんだ。
There you go, Ricardo. Get through with guts. Yeah, here you go, Maestro. I think your stamina goes down anyway after you use it. And basically, you need to use your own if like an enemy uses it. Unless your stats are like incredibly high, you're not gonna get through them. But if you're, I think there's actually kind of a funny. Does a funny animation play out if you get through it? I forget what happens if you break through like an enemy with a spirit. What actually happens if you don't have one on? I remember it being interesting. There are a few animations that are like quite difficult to see because they only appear in like certain specific conditions, if I remember right. Oh yeah, there was an entrance ceremony, wasn't there? Okay.